Okay, so based on what you just told me, you've got low energy, especially after lunchtime. You're dealing with cravings at night and you've been in a deficit. You're eating really healthy, but the scale is not moving the way you want it to move. Perfect. Okay, so if we decided this was a good fit to work together, here is exactly how we would go about it. First, I want you to know that you don't have a discipline problem, at least from the sounds of it. You're not broken. You're not lazy. The thing is, you don't need to be pushing harder right now. What you've described to me is a system that is out of rhythm with your lifestyle. So we're not going to be doing harder workouts. We're not going to be cutting any more calories. As a matter of fact, we're going to add a bunch of calories in. I know we're not going to be chasing motivation anymore. This is just how we dig the hole deeper if we continue down this path that we're going on. So we're going to stabilize your energy. That means we're going to have more predictable meals, predictable times, centered around protein, centered around carbohydrates. No more skipping meals, no more all day grazing. Then that should clean up your afternoon crash. That should clean up those nighttime cravings because you have stabilized your blood sugar with consistent meal timing and consistent wake and sleep timing every single day. And then we're going to lock in daily movement. For the time being, that is not to burn calories. It is to regulate our stress, regulate our digestion, regulate our sleep. It is going to be calm daily movement. Think walks. Because when our nervous system settles down and calms down, all the other systems get turned on because they feel safe. The nervous system is telling it it's safe. You can produce energy. You can digest better. Calm. This anchor phase is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Perfection comes as we start to balance and we start to load. The goal here is not fat loss. So I know that that's your ultimate goal, but we need to build a body that is responding to our inputs again. And we do that by anchoring, because when our energy is stable, we don't feel like we're having to force discipline anymore. And when we get to that point, the weight will finally start to come off. And that is the difference between guessing and having an actual plan.